Okay, so I made the transition. Hang on a minute. I think I got dust. I don't know if that's any better. So I made the transition, got it started, got it going. Looks pretty good going into the closet. No problems. And it looks like that's bad, but it's just it's just the way they did it. But now there's no transition going into the carpet, into the closet, so that's pretty good. The only thing that stinks about doing it this way is now down this whole side, I have to rip my pieces that long. That is why you order 10, or if you're like me, maybe even 15% more than what you need, because you're going to waste pieces. I've got some scrap pieces, and I found out how to use them and how to turn them into other stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit of that as I can. But yeah, so now I'm just going to trim 1.5 pieces to go to the door there. And then I can just run with full pieces the rest of the room. So, all right, we're going to get to that. We'll show you a picture of more work here in just a little bit. All right, so it's maybe 20 minutes later. Had to stop and take a phone call, so it really probably only took me about 8 or 9 minutes. But I've cut and trimmed the pieces, and I've started now clean runs all the way down. And so now I'm going to do that all the way down through the house. So I will tell you, one of the things I've learned, see these little odds and ends? Never throw them away. Never throw them away, because I was able to use one little bitty piece, and I know it's dark, it's hard for you to see, but one little bitty piece right there to get started. And then I was able to take a piece and cut that and rip it to go there at the end. One of the things I've learned, and I will show you this, is, so this piece is what I would consider having a bottom strip and a top strip, but I've had to trim the sides off. So while it could sit there here, it doesn't have the overhang. So what you do is you just cut 1 inch real lightly. I'm gonna do this on the floor so you can see. I would come back from here 1 inch and just score real lightly over and over again. And then you can get like the chisel, or I was just using my pry knife, and just pry this piece off. And now you can use it anywhere else you need. So don't get rid of those pieces, not at least till you're completely done. But there you go. We're now started on a clean run without having to do any type of weird transition into the hallway, and we're good to go. Everything else now is going to be easy. I got to go let the dogs out. You know, that's part of the life of having dogs. Why we're putting in this floor is because of dogs. So next time I come back, hopefully I'm going to be well past all of this, and I'll show you what I hope is the easy way to deal with the floor vent. I have something in mind, doesn't mean it's going to work. So there you go. We'll get back to it. All right, so I'm going to share with y'all a dilemma and what I'm thinking. So I'm rolling right along, you know, laying it, going to get it in here. And I'm coming to the door. And I can trim and cut and go out the door into the hallway. And you can see this was the first room I did, and I've got to clean it, and there's a way to make that work. But I'm trying to decide what to do here. My first thought was just to continue, you know, all one line, no seams, no anything. That's a bathroom. I'd put a seam because we're going to change color there. Come out here into the living room. Well, the problem is when I run this way and I come out into the living room, you have to start at the top of the room, and we have to go all the way to that corner and come down this way. So I think the easiest thing for me to do that's going to work everywhere is to come to each doorway and stop and cut a clean line and put T-molding. And then, so treat that room as one room, cut it, be ready for T-molding. Put a piece of T-molding there, which will work to fix that problem. Do the hallway as one room, run a piece of T-molding here, and then run this whole room as one whole room. So planning what you're going to do before you get into it is probably very wise. I'm not stuck. I just got to a point where I had to make a decision. So I'm just thinking that that's going to be easier, is just to run that T-molding right underneath where the door is. And my doors are being changed out because a lot of stuff, this is like I've said a couple times, mobile home, walls are getting painted, doors are getting changed out. It's pretty much the whole thing's getting a remodel. So just some of the stuff to think about when you're doing these projects is, what are you going to do? So now I've got to run a little bit past the door, and then I'll cut a clean line when they're all together and I'm past it. I'll come back and cut one clean line, leave the little gap you need for the T-mold, and then I can go ahead and start in that hallway and do the same thing and just leave me, you know, the little quarter, 3/8 inch gap, whatever it is, to put the T-mold. So, all right, back to work now that I know what I'm doing. All right, so we've knocked out a nice little stretch. We got a nice little run going here, as you can see, rolling right along. But what we did and what I was talking about and trying to figure out was how to do my transitions. And I could have run straight through, but it became real complicated to match this and match that. So I'm basically at each doorway going to have a straight line with that little, where's my camera? That little gap. And then I'm going to start new on that side and leave the same gap. And I'm just going to put a piece of T-molding over it. So now that I'm past that, it's just cruising on whatever else I can do in the room. So I should finish it all up in the next 30, 45 minutes. I don't try to kill myself. I try to make sure I do it right. So it's very easy. Easy to do. So that's it. We're rolling right along. Let's see where we're at. All right, so I didn't get a chance to video the final from what I got done the other night. Finished up a bunch last night, finished up a bunch today. I won't be doing anything over this weekend. It's Super Bowl weekend. I'm an Atlanta fan. Rise up. I'm going to be watching football. But middle of next week, I should be able to get back on doing some more stuff. So I'm going to show you what I did. So this is the room we were working in. And like I said, it's done to there. My fiance's coming tonight, and we're going to move all of that stuff, and we'll probably finish this room out tonight. Working around that was fun. Basically, what I did is, you know, I put it in, cut, etched, cut. I'm going to get new vents so that they don't look so crappy and they look better, but everything came out pretty good. So what I was telling y'all I was doing is I'm leaving the gap to put T-molding. So then I came out and did the little hallway. I'm going to stop there because I'm doing a different color in there. So we'll put T-molding going into there. And then I stopped here. There'll be a little piece. And here's the good thing. I guess I didn't get to show you all this. So this is the original that I put in. Gosh, this is grainy. I'm sorry. But that is I'm right at 3-year-old floor, and as you see, there's dog crates everywhere, and it still looks really good. And what you can't tell is I'm using apple wood. It's 5 inches wide. It's apple wood. It's really good. It's the Allure luxury vinyl plank flooring, and they want me to say that different, and I'm sorry if I didn't. I will correct it. I'll put a link. When I do this on YouTube, I'll have a link, you know, as they always do. Right there, I'll have a link to what this is. But that was actually teak. But I mean, other than seeing the seam, you can't hardly tell the difference. And that's going away, so that's why I got this. But I stopped there because now we're going into the big room, and pardon the mess, everything's in the way. But if you want to know why I've got to do my floor, this is about as before as it gets for me. This is common. This is Berber carpet. The dogs tear it up. There's stains, and that could be a year old. And I've I've carpet shampooed. I've cleaned, and over a period of time, you know, they come back. I mean, trust me, a dog did not pee there in the last year or there, but I I'm tired of it. So I love this floor. It's going to make it so much easier. But I will run a transition strip there, and then I can go in that corner and just start laying floor. And I'm so looking forward to this room because I won't have to do all the little cutting. I am going to have to do something because that wall's an angle, but that's going to be fun. But besides that, I'll be able to run pieces, you know, across the room a lot better. Get this room done. I will go into this room here, which is supposed to be a dining room. It's got all my flooring and all my dogs awards and ribbons and all that kind of stuff, and championship trophies and all that fun stuff that my dogs did. So this is kind of my dog's room. And normally I have that dog fitness equipment set up there, but that's where the flooring is. So anyway, so we'll transition in. The kitchen will be a different kind of flooring, and then we'll go into my bedroom and it'll be the same kind of flooring. So that's what I did. It's been fun. Hasn't been too hard. So, and that bathroom will be different. We'll probably do it pretty soon. But there we go. This is first project. Finish this room out this weekend, and then we'll be good to go. I have to go buy the T-strips so that I can start there. All right, guys. We'll show you some more when we get to it. Okay, so my Falcons lost in a heartbreaking game. And normally I would probably be crushed and upset. But overall, it was a good weekend because I got to do all the stuff on the floor. So as you can see, we got this section of the hallway done. The dog's room that has been done for a while is good to go. All I have left to do is to put my T-strips down and some quarter round, and everything back here will be done. Then we're going to come back and paint and do all that later. But this is just about the floor. So the big thing was we got Kat's room done. So Kat, you want to show them? All right.
And I love my new room. And it's all sorted out. And it's so pretty. And we're going to paint the walls, but I love it.
So the floor's done. Everything's put back in place. You can see, good to go. A few little last touch-up things that we're going to do. There it is. It looks good. So, all right. So that's going to finish up. That's going to finish up for this side of the house. We'll be doing some more videos as I do more stuff, and we got different colors for the bathrooms, the kitchen, and the laundry room, and we'll share those projects and what problems we find as we go through them. So we're just having fun doing it ourselves, I guess is the best way to say it. So keep following us. We'll have some more videos coming out soon. Right, Kat?